Not caring has a paradoxical effect. It's very hard to not care when you care. And you could fool yourself into thinking that you don't care when in reality you still care. You'd start to do what I like to call reverse supplication. Behavior that to you appears like you're communicating that you don't care, but because it's so exaggerated, people can see right through it and see that you actually care, right? So we're gonna watch her talk about this because I really admire her advice, and then we're gonna go to the grain board and I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do it. And then towards the end, I'm gonna present to you guys my course that I offer that teaches you guys in more in depth about how to not care as much. Okay, so let's begin with the video.
Mean being rude or playing games. It means detaching your emotions. Stopping caring doesn't mean being rude or playing games. It means detaching your emotional dependency on her responses. When you stop caring about the outcome, whether she likes you, whether she texts you back, whether she's falling for you, you become more confident, more self-assured, and frankly, more attractive. Confidence sometimes means walking away from people, situations, or even women who don't value your time anymore. So how can you stop caring the right way? I'm not saying be a mean asshole. I'm not saying suddenly become cold, unkind, or dismissive to the woman in your life. I'm definitely not saying play manipulative games to get a reaction. To stop caring the right way means taking back control of your emotions, valuing yourself more, and learning how to prioritize your own life. It's about shifting your focus in a way that makes you more confident, attractive, and self-assured.
Hey man, this
Stopping
girl,
caring-
I don't know who she is, but she's spitting truth. But it's easier said. But I got a solution for you. We're gonna go to the blackboard and I'm gonna teach you guys exactly how to do it. Let's come. Well, come.
All right, so let me give you guys a story of how I actually learned to let go. I remember I was living in Italy, and I went to art school there for like a few months. No, like 2 weeks, right? Long story short, I just noticed that people just weren't liking me. Like I was noticing there was like negative energy. And I asked my friend, she was really honest. She was like one of those people that you could ask a question and she'll give you an honest response. And I was like, Dorothy, why don't people like me? And she was like, Alexis, sit down, let me have a conversation. She was Polish. And she was like, Alexis, you try too hard. I was like, what do you mean I tried too hard? She was like, well, you come across as too tense. It seems like you're always trying to dominate the conversation. And when she said that, I'm not gonna lie, I felt embarrassed, right? Because it's kind of like, how you're supposed to feel if somebody says that people don't like you because you try too hard, right? So what I did the next day, I was like, fuck it, man. If people are not gonna like me, fuck it. I'm not even gonna try. I was like, I'm gonna go hang out with them and I'm not gonna try to come across cool, to come across confident. I'm just gonna be there like a fucking statue. So we went to dinner. And I just said to myself, let's just relax. Don't try to be cool. Just don't try. And I noticed something. One, I talked less. That was one thing. Two, my voice came from, hey, how's it going? To like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, I'm just here with my friends. Like, more boring. I allowed myself to be what I consider boring, right? And my responses were more relaxed and I didn't overtake the conversation. And emotionally, the way it felt is that I just didn't want anything from you no more. I'm done. Like, you're not gonna like me. Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna try to make you like me. I'm not resentful. I'm not bitter, but I'm not gonna try. What happened from that is that the next day, my friend, I think her name was Zania, something like that. She was like, "Something's different about you, man. You're not. It's something different." I was like, "I don't know." And everyone in that group said there was something different. What was that? What I'm gonna talk about today. I'm gonna tell you something. After that, I don't know how dislikable I was as a person my whole life, but I remember, man, it's almost like my social life changed actually. Like I remember I got invited to more parties, and I felt myself being a little bit more magnetic, not from ego, but I could just feel people just gravitating to me more in ways that I'd never seen before, and that difference was so drastic. It was really because I stopped caring. Right? I stopped caring. I stopped caring what you think of me. And I started to focus on other things, which is what? Being more happy. And this is the key for today. You gotta realize is that a lot of our behavior that's antisocial, that turns people off, the root of it is unhappiness. The problem with that is that the outward manifestation of what makes us dislikable doesn't feel like the root is unhappiness. Because if you were truly happy, truly satisfied within yourself, truly at ease, other people's validation wouldn't care. Usually, as you get older, you get happier, actually. And that's why as long as you don't get bitter at the aging process, when you get older, you'll start to care less. I say this, I'm a guy, right? Obviously, right? And with women, what I notice is that when you get older, your testosterone lowers and your drive lowers. It's obvious. But what happens is that it changes your behavior because, for example, one of the things that I do is if I meet a girl that I like and she's cool and I know I'm never going to see her again, I used to ask for their number. Now I don't. Those are like the little things, right? I mean, if a girl cancels on me or if I'm on a date with a girl, I can feel myself, I feel less nervous around her. And this change in attitude, I've seen how it affects them. Before, let me tell you something, man. Women used to tell me, you want to know what's the craziest observation about me that a woman told me once? She was like, I didn't feel like I was talking to someone real. That's how fake I was, right? The problem with this is that a lot of the times you don't notice you're acting. That's the issue. We don't notice that we are acting, and we need someone to show us because most likely you are acting, okay? So the first thing is this, right? Remember, to learn to let go, but in order to be able to let go, you must first care. Too many psychopaths, too many terminators out there. I'm gonna apply the strategies of this video, but they're cold already. It's like, if you're cold, you shouldn't be watching this video. If you're a terminator, you shouldn't be watching this video. This is only for people who have creepy, needy attitudes, creepy, needy mindsets that you need to balance it out with not caring. Because that's how your most attractive self irradiates. For me, my problem, I'll be honest with you, it was a mix of both. I cared too much, but also I didn't care. I was the worst case scenario, to be honest with you. So that's one thing, right? You first have to care. Why? Because if people can sense that you don't care, it's a turn off. Not caring is not about not caring about them. It's having the capacity to go from caring to not caring, right? It's pretty much just having what I like to call just a switch, right? You have a switch in you that allows you to turn it on and to turn it off, right? On, off. And this is what people want. They don't need to see you not care. They just need to know that this button exists, that you have the capacity to love someone fully, but also the capacity to let them go, right? Because it's an expression of your self-esteem, right? Because only people with good self-esteem are able to do this. People with low self-esteem only operate in one mode, creepy needy or super cold, right? So the next thing is act without expectation, but with intention. Act without expectation, but also act with intention. And this is where the Bhagavad Gita says, you are entitled to the labor, but not the fruits of your labor. But how do you do that? Well, in spirituality, they call it right action, where the action matters more than the result. For example, if I'm drawing, my goal is not to draw. My goal is to draw while bringing awareness to my body. That's how you act without expectation. You know what? In other words, act without projecting into the future. Meaning, mental projections only happen when you're not grounded in the body. If you don't feel your body, like the breath or your hand or the whole body, whatever you do comes with a projection. Meaning, I'm finishing this, and then I'm thinking about finishing. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to finish. But if I'm doing something and I'm aware of the physical sensation of my body, my mind is not going to have the necessary consciousness to create mental projections that causes anxiety towards the future. So rather than just doing things in a hurry, do things while you are aware of the body. For example, if I'm late and I'm running to work, I'm not going to be thinking, oh my God, I hope I'm not fired, right? Your action comes with expectation, and that's going to cause you stress. Rather than doing that, as you're running, observe the breath. Observe the breath. Scan the body. Feel the body, right? Because what you're doing is that you're getting to the location, right? You're taking action, but you're doing it the right way, meaning you're acting without projecting. When you care too much, you act while you're projecting. I hope they like me. I hope I come across cool and confident, rather than act while bringing awareness to the whole body. It allows you to increase your presence and thus become more magnetic, because when you do this, your face calms, right? If I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, I hope you like me, I'm like, but if I do it with a calm and relaxed mind, then I'll talk to you, but I'm not going to be thinking about the future or about the past. Now, if you guys want to learn how to do this better, check out this commercial. We're going to go to a quick little commercial break.
What guys don't understand is that actually practicing meditation literally makes you more attractive to women, because it actually prunes out all of the needy, creepy habits that we develop from rejection or from expecting rejection from women. And meditation, I mean, even the Buddha, like if you read stories of the Buddha, a lot of women wanted to sleep with the Buddha. If you read stories of Hare Krishna or any enlightened teacher, they'll say that a lot of the times these women became enraptured by them by just them looking at them in the eye. Developing a spiritual practice is sexy to women. Masculine energy with spirituality is literally a woman's kryptonite. If you guys don't believe me, do a 10-day meditation retreat and you'll see what I'm talking about. You don't have to do that. Well, I recommend if you do that. And it's actually free. It's called Vipassana. Go check it out. It's for free. I recommend it. But if you don't have the time, check out this course. It's called Emotional Mastery, where I teach you guys. It's a 5-week course to improve your dating life through practicing meditation, because it's going to give you all of the habits that you need to radiate masculinity. If you're a woman, it'll radiate femininity. If you're a man, it'll radiate masculinity. And I've seen it in my life. It's the first, when I applied this, all the women that I went on a date with, all of a sudden wanted to see me again and again and again. It's to the point that I'm not even interested as much anymore. Like, I'm more picky with women. But out of all the things I've ever done, meditation, especially the ones that I'm going to teach you, makes you more attractive. How? Because your reaction's lower. You become more nonchalant, unreactive. You let go more. You care less. And women are more drawn to that energy. So purchase this course. It is a 30-day money-back guarantee. And if you purchase it, you could join our meditation group on Zoom and WhatsApp, where you meditate with me on a weekly basis, okay? And there's a bunch of bonuses in this course, so go check it out. And if you don't like it, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, okay? So with that being said, let's continue with the video.
Okay, now we're back. So, what we learned: one, learn to give learn to let go, but you also have to have the capacity to care, or else you're going to become a terminator. The next thing is act without expectation. Okay. Now the next thing is we're going to leave this last. Is amor fati, lover of faith, and you could use amor fati through one, God, right? Believing in God. Always believe that everything that happens is for a reason. When you do this, when you believe that you lost your job because God has a purpose, when you believe that she dumped you because God has a purpose, I swear to God, you're not going to care. You're only going to care about his purpose. Now, if you don't believe in God, you could just see it for this. Everything that happens can be converted into a positive. I start doing crack. Well, I could learn from it and actually help people from it. Oh, she dumped me? Okay, then I'm going to make a course out of that. Oh, I lost my job? Okay, well then that means I have more time to study, more time to do this. Oh, like me, I got fired when I used to work at a prison, right? And then when I got fired, I said, okay, then I'll start a YouTube channel. I have ringing in my ear, right? I got ringing in my ear. I'm like, okay, then I'll meditate more. See, because what happens is that even if you lose what you value most, if you see it as though something that you can learn from and grow from, it's going to produce less anxiety. And it'll become a self-fulfilling prophecy because that's the truth. You become undefeated when you see everything as purposeful, right? Next thing, stop giving energy to the outer result. It's the inner reality that matters. And this gives you an Olympian relaxed aura about you. It relaxes you. It makes you more attractive, more charismatic. People are more drawn in to that calming energy. And the beauty about it is that it insulates you from failure. It insulates you from bitterness. It insulates you from the negative emotions that occur from the natural decay, from natural failures of life, right? So that means that there's two realities, two purposes, outer and inner purpose. Outer purpose is the things that happens in your life. Inner purpose is how you deal with them. You miss your flight, your goal is to fly to another country. That's your outer purpose. Your inner purpose is to do it while bringing awareness to the sensation of your body. It allows you to get on your flight, to stay there the whole time, and to do it in a state of relaxation, so that you don't accumulate more negative karma. Meaning, fuck, I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. How long? How long? This anxiety that stays with you. So when you meet someone you like, that same anxiety is repurposed to the anxiety of meeting someone who, I hope they like me. I hope I don't come across as I care too much, right? Like these negative emotions get transferred to other areas of your life. And that's why the less you create reactions in normal life, in your relationship, there's gonna be less anxiety. And that with that less anxiety, you're gonna come across as more cool, more calm, more collected, and more attractive. So stop giving energy to the outer results, right? So it's pretty much being more happy. So for example, I missed my flight. The lady tells me, hey, you missed your flight. Fuck, motherfucker. I'm projecting. Man, I cannot believe I missed my flight. If I was aware of my breath, I already forgot about my breath. My awareness is in my mind. Now, let's go over here. The next what you call it, option is, as I'm being told that I just missed my flight, I become aware of my breath, right? I just notice what's going in and what's going out, right? You just become aware of that breath. And why is that? Well, what it does is that when you bring your awareness to this area, your mind is not going to have energy to think. You either bring awareness to the sensation of the breath, or you create mental projections, right? So what I do then when I miss my flight, the outer reality, I say my most important reality is my inner reality. Let me observe the breath. Okay, what can I do next, bitch? No, okay. What can I do next? Blah, blah, blah. You missed your flight. You could do later on today. Okay, sure, let's do that, right? Even if I lost money, right? Because the point is that what matters most is to keep that equilibrium. That's going to translate to all of the other areas of your life. When you focus on your inner purpose more than your outer purpose, everything will fall into place because you're never going to feel disappointed. You're never going to feel disappointed, right? Because what you say, this matters most. Keeping my cool matters most. Now, the next thing is see the death in everything. This to me is the most beautiful one. Now, you don't kill people, right? But it's pretty much seeing death in everything. In fact, I have a clip where I talk about that. Watch this.
Seeing the world through the eyes of death allows us to perceive things as they truly are, with an intensity that cuts through illusions. It's akin to watching footage of loved ones who have passed away, evoking a bittersweet longing. Death adds a haunting beauty, revealing the underlying physical reality of our destiny that we often choose to deny. Being aware of our mortality enables us to embrace the raw reality and miraculous brevity of life. We are able to dance with life the songs that death whispers to us. It mirrors the profound experience we will all face in our final moments, where heightened consciousness emerges as we cling to our remaining time in this world, where we see people's faces for who they really are, sense the true essence of the consciousness of our loved ones, and see the world as one through the brotherhood of death. Without the constraints of ego, we absorb the world and amplify its impact. This reality is available to us at every moment, inviting us to contemplate our existence and discover deeper truths, to feel at ease at the thought of our separation with the physical world. It asks us to listen and to sense the fleeting nature of ourselves and our loved ones. The world we live in offers us our countless perspectives to see the world through, numerous realities to experience. You can see the world as a child, as an adult, as a villain, as a hero. However, viewing the world through the eyes of death represents the ultimate reality, the closest proximity to the essence of truth. Similar to how gravity distorts time through the eyes of death, there's no distortion of reality from the ego. It allows us to see things as if it were our last encounter, bringing us eyeball to eyeball without flinching with the nature of reality itself, and finding peace in our mortality.
So as you guys can see, this is how you stop caring. It's a process that you grow into. You can't fake this. If you try to fake it, people are gonna see right through you. And yeah, man, like this is what I did. It worked for me. Everything that I teach you guys is what I've done in my life. I'm not a hypocrite, right? I know this works. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Take care. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, book a phone call with me, or else I'm closing the channel.
Now, if you guys enjoy this type of content, check out my course, Dark Game, or like I like to call it now, the Complete Man. It's a course that I created for guys who have no idea how to get women in their lives. As you guys can see, I have attracted a life that brings women into my life. I do a lot of social events, art events, meditation events, and I don't do that to get women. But what I notice is that it gets women into your life, right? And in this course, I teach you guys how to do this. I teach you. So that means even if you're friend zone, if you're the type of person that lacks assertiveness, if you were raised by a single mom and you didn't know how to get women, well, this is the course for you. It teaches you how to overcome approach anxiety, how to take action. Because a lot of the times you watch these videos and you don't know how to take action, how to break patterns, how to build social circle, a pickup artistry course, right? Understanding your dark side, a bunch of things that helps a guy improve their dating life, right? Where we talk about how to find your purpose, female nature, the mindset game, the outer game, right? How to get her number, how to damage control, how to create competition, first date using vulnerability, online games, social circle game, how to get threesomes. I mean, the whole shebang bang, right? And the beauty about this course is that there's a 30-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, you could just let me know and get a refund. There's the basic course, which is $99, and then there is the one with the bonuses, like that I just read to you. So just look through the sales letter, and there's actually some free clips that you guys can watch, right? I think so, right? No, there isn't, but yeah, just look at it. Let me know if you what you guys think of it. You just give it a try. If you don't like it, I will give you your money back. I've always given people refunds. So yeah, man. Hopefully, I can see you guys inside, and let's get back to the video.